Hey folks, it's Michael here, and welcome to the Friday edition of Michael's Paradise Summer Spectacular. This will be the last episode of Jeopardy for this week. Of course, we're only down to a few weeks left, and if you saw yesterday's game, I lost a heartbreaker by $100, which I threw $2,000 in the pot, which brings this week's total up to $6,000. I have to kind of say, Jeopardy is not really my best game, so I probably said it thousands of times already. Now next week will be a free strikes game of The Price is Right.
This is Jeopardy!
And of course I'll announce my winner at the end of the video.
Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Rivette.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Scary words.
Ooh.
Mountains. Sports zone.
Nice.
I beg your pardon. By George, it's George. And flowers. Player 1, start.
Sports Zone 200.
When a basketball player goes walking with the ball too long without dribbling, it's called this. Are we there yet?
What is traveling?
Player 1.
Yeah!
You again,
400.
Player 1. Here's Kelly from our Clue Crew with the clue.
Sluggers try to get backspin on the ball because it makes air move faster over the upper surface, providing this elevating force on the underside.
Not sure.
Here's what we wanted. Lift.
Lift. Oh yeah, hello.
We return to you.
600.
Every spring, the Augusta National Golf Course hosts this famous tournament.
What is the Masters?
Yes, Player 1. You again, Player
800.
1. It's the Daily Double. And you have the lead.
I'll bet
Decide on your
200.
Player 1. Here is your Daily Double clue. Tony Stewart lives life in the fast lane as one of the big names in this type of auto racing.
What is NASCAR?
Congratulations, you're still in first, Player 1. Player 1, back to you for our... In 2004, she became the first soccer player to carry the U.S. flag for the Olympic closing ceremonies.
That I don't know.
Yes, Player 2. A lot of clues, a lot of categories, Player 2. Make us bibliophobia. A fear of these might hurt you if you want to continue your studies. We're talking about books.
Oh, okay.
You again, Player 2. Holding reserves through winter, these globular underground buds let flowers like narcissus bloom early.
That I don't know.
Here's what we wanted. Bulbs.
Bulbs, okay.
We return to you, Player 2. This large group of flowering plants attracts serious devotees like those who pay $10,000 for one Peruvian plant.
Jeez, I wouldn't waste my money on that.
It's Player 3.
Or...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Player 3, you start us off. This Mayflower of the buttercup family has a C version too. Yes, player 2.
Yeah!
That's correct. Player 2, start us. The Hoosick Mountains are a range of these colorful mountains located in Vermont. Player 1.
The Green Mountains?
Yeah!
Player 1.
400
Tenzing
mountains.
Norgay was one of the first 2 men to reach the summit of this mountain on May 29, 1953. Let's hear it, Player 1.
Mount Everest?
That is correct. We return to you. All right, here with the clue is Jimmy.
The Wa'anae Mountains in this U.S. state rise up to 4,025-foot Mount Ka'ala.
Okay, Player 1.
What is Alaska?
No, sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
It almost looks like Alaska. If it's Hawaii, I'm gonna...
Here's the correct response. Hawaii.
No!
Player 1. Back to
Oh,
you.
I
The
know.
Caucasus Mountains of Eastern Europe are predominantly found in this country. Player 2. You got it. Player 2, you start. Geological evidence shows that this 5,000-mile mountain chain may extend south into that country.
Excuse me.
Here's the correct response. The Andes.
Andes, yeah, hello.
Player 2, back to you. If you suffer from heliophobia, a fear of this, you might be a vampire. It's Player 1.
Garlic. Oh, shoot, I'm... Sun.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the correct response. The sun.
Oh, wow.
Select again. If you have pluviophobia, the fear of this weather condition, we probably won't find you singing in it.
Thank you. What is rain?
Yes, Player 1? Yep. Player 1, if you've got dendrophobia, a fear of these, we suggest not climbing any. It's Player 1.
Mountains?
Anyone else? Player 2.
Well, they ain't ladders.
Any other takers? It's Player 3.
Trees.
Right you are. All right, let's get back into this. Player 3 has control. If you have stygiophobia derived from the river Styx, you have a fear of this, so act right.
Calm, maybe? I don't know.
Here's what we were looking for. Hell.
Hell, yeah.
We return to you, Player 3. Gerald Ford issued 382 pardons, but the one issued to this man in 1974 is said to have cost Ford the 1976 election. Yes, Player 3? Select again. In 1994, he was pardoned for leading a coup versus the president of Venezuela. By 1999, he was the president. Here's what we were looking for. Hugo Chavez.
Oh, yeah.
Player 3. Choose again. In 2001, she was pardoned for a 1974 armed bank robbery and for using a firearm during a felony. Player 3.
Nope, it ain't that person.
Anyone else? Here's what we wanted. Patty Hearst.
Hattie Hurst, gotcha.
Player 3, back to you.
800.
The Wall Street Journal wanted an immediate pardon for him after his perjury conviction in the Valerie Plame case. Here's the response we were looking for. Scooter Libby.
Scooter Libby, bitch. Okay.
Player 3, pick again. This Secretary of Defense was pardoned for his role in Iran-Contra.
Sorry, folks. I'm just a little tired this morning. I'm actually filming this early in the morning before I go to work.
Here's the correct response. Casper Weinberger.
Oh, okay.
Player 3, pick again.
It's George.
According to Parson Weems, this man was incapable of being mendacious. Here's the correct response. George Washington.
Oh, okay.
Player 3, you pick again, please. This U.S. general who loved horses and studied at a cavalry school helped protect the Lipizaners in World War II. We're talking about George Patton.
Oh, okay.
Select again. His command of the 7th Cavalry ended on June 25th, 1876. Here's the response we were looking for. George Custer.
Oh, okay.
Player 3, pick again. In 1760, he became the last British monarch to be buried in Westminster Abbey. The correct response is George II.
Oh, okay.
Player 3, pick again. This South American capital was once known as Stavro. Here's the correct response. Georgetown.
Oh, yeah.
We return to you, Player 3. A bouquet of a dozen cinquefoils ought to have a total of this many petals.
Ooh,
Player 2. It's correct. And the last clue for $1,000. L. vulgare is the oxide type of this common flower.
that I don't know.
The correct response is the daisy.
Daisy, okay.
The selection will be yours, Player 1, when we return from this break. Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are complete the opera title,
Okay.
boxers,
Ooh.
mammals,
Ah.
food words and phrases,
Okay.
science,
Ew.
and the Iowa State Fair.
The Iowa State for
Player 1, start.
the Iowa State for 400.
One annual event is tossing this, also the term for the bouncy food eaten on a banquet circuit. Let's hear it, Player 1.
Robert Chicken.
You got it.
Iowa State for 800.
Bruce Springsteen sang about this attraction. The one at the Iowa State Fair dates back to 1921. Okay, player one.
Tunnel of Love.
Good.
I thought.
Player
I have to
one.
think about it.
Set at the Iowa State Fair, this duo's musical, State Fair, says, "I've got Iowa in my ears and eyes and nose." We're talking about Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Oh, okay.
Player one.
1600.
The beef cattle competition is sanctioned by this youth group, big in the heartland, with its slogan, "Learn by doing." Here's the response we were looking for. 4-H Club.
Oh, yeah.
Please pick again, player one.
2000.
At age 2, this future single-named fashion designer was named the fair's healthiest city boy. Here's what we wanted. Halston.
Oh, okay.
Player one. Pick again.
Complete the opera title for 400.
Wagner. The Flying Blank. It's player one.
Dutchman.
You got it. Please pick
800.
player one. Mark. The Cricket on the Blank. Okay, player three. You got it. Player three, start it. Menotti. Blank and the Night Visitors. Here's what we were looking for. Amal. Player three, back to you for our next selection. Philip Glass. Blank on the Beach. Here's what we wanted. Einstein.
Einstein, yeah.
You get to pick again, player three. It wasn't Marvelous Marvin Hamlish who KO'd Thomas Hearns in the third round in 1985. It was him. Let's hear it, player one.
Marvin Johnson.
No, that's not
That's alright.
right. Any other takers? It's player three. Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers? Yes, player two. That's it. All right, let's get back into this. Player two has control. Sugar Ray Robinson became welterweight champ in 1946. This other Sugar Ray in 1979. It's player one.
There we go.
All right, let's get back into this. From East LA, this Mexican-American won the WBO lightweight title in 1994 and a Grammy nomination in 2001. Yes, player two. Yes. Okay, let's get back into this. Player two, you make the next selection as we breakfast dish that can also mean to flatten. Let's hear it, player one.
Pancake.
Okay, let's get back into this. Player one, you
800.
In 1966, the U.S. government banned M80s and these round red firecrackers. Yes, player one.
Cherry bombs.
Good. Player 1, used before barrel. It suggests the homespun style and philosophy of rural folk. Here's the correct response. Cracker.
Cracker, okay.
Player 1. It's the spicy two-word name for a type of knot that lets you join a rope to a rail or a post.
That I don't know.
Here's what we were looking for. A clove hitch.
Oh, okay.
Please pick again, player 1.
Oh, 2000.
Let's take it over to Sarah.
A nursery rhyme says, this person, mend my shoe. Get it done by 2:30.
It's player 3. A lot of clues, a lot of categories, player 3. It's the weakest of the 4 basic forces, but it's strong enough to keep the moon orbiting the Earth. It's player 1.
What is gravity?
Where do we begin, player 1?
No, complete the opera title for 2000.
Donizetti, Lucia di Blanc. Here's the response we were looking for. Lammermoor.
Oh, more, okay.
Player 1, choose again.
Oh, boxers for 1600.
He won the heavyweight title in 1892 and was known as Gentleman Jim for his fancy style of dress. Here's the correct response. Jim Corbett.
Oh, okay.
Player 1, pick again.
2000.
Answer. The first of the 2 daily doubles. Here's your opportunity to get ahead of player 2. Here is your clue. His 1910 defeat of James J. Jeffries resulted in racial violence in many U.S. cities. Second place now, player 1. Here's the response we were looking for. Jack Johnson.
Oh, of course.
Player 1, back to you for our next selection.
Mammals for 400.
Grants, a subspecies of this, is distinctly striped with black on a white background.
That I don't know.
Player 3.
Not a skunk.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
I'll try it.
Player 1.
What is a zebra?
That's correct.
There we go.
You
Mammals
again, player
800.
1. The name of this group of mammals comes from the Latin for pouch.
I don't know, maybe I think it's kangaroo.
Player 1.
Oh no, marsupials?
That's correct.
There we go.
Please pick. I'm a real stickler for this rodent whose name means thorny pig.
Thorny pig.
Yes, player 2. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the correct response. Porcupine.
Porcupine, of course.
You get to pick.
1600.
Let's take it over to Sarah.
Long ago, whale blowholes were here, but evolution streamlined cetacean breathing, moving the nostril up top, where it's still connected to this respiratory tube and then to the lungs.
Here's the correct response. Trachea.
Trachea, okay.
Please pick again. These monkeys with a religious name have several types of habit, including brown and white-throated. Here's what we wanted. Capuchin.
Capuchin, okay.
Layer 1, back to you.
800 for
Here's
science.
Jimmy with the clue.
A cubic inch of material contains 1,000,000 billion of these, each with protons and neutrons in its nucleus.
That I don't know.
We're talking about atoms.
Atoms, okay.
Select again.
1200.
Answer. The other daily double. You are currently in the lead. Please enter your wager. Answer. Changes in the tropospheric layer of this are what give us weather.
The atmosphere?
Congratulations, you're still in first, Layer 1.
Alright.
You get to pick again. To test deep water structures, wave tanks generate waves, wind, and this water flow, from the Latin for running.
That I don't know.
Let's hear it, Layer 3. And the $2,000 clue? The name of this eighth element is from a Greek word meaning sharp. Here's the correct response. Oxygen.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you all for Final Jeopardy in just a moment. Here's the Final Jeopardy category. Military men. You need to select your ratio.
Well, let's see. I'm probably gonna risk 800 here.
And now the final clue. Books about this American are subtitled Warrior as Wordsmith and the Far Eastern General.
Hope Douglas MacArthur's the right one.
Let's see your response. And that will set you back. Did you come up with the correct response? And that will lose you.
So we won.
Let's see your response. And that correct response.
And that'll give me $12,000 for this week.
This makes you
And the winner of the prize is Ready Unknown Fox. So, Ready Unknown Fox, you win $12,000. And I will see you next time, or I'll see you Monday for my next week's game run.